In this video, we're going to learn how to use the select menu in jQuery. Now, normally you will not add the select menu to the main content panel. You want to add that to the sidebar. So that's where we're going to add it inside our web page. We're going to add it right inside this left sidebar. Now, I've already added some of the HTML that you need for the select menu. And if you took my HTML series, and I hope you did, you will remember that before we add any type of menu to our web page, we need the form element. So I put that right here. And for a select menu, we need the select element. And so I've added that right here. And I've added an ID of files, which we will use below in our jQuery code. But first, we need to go ahead and add the options. You will remember that we add various options that we want to use in our select menu. And we're going to add different states. That's what we're actually going to add. So let's go ahead and create some option elements. And you will remember it's just option element. So we just specify option here, and then we add value. And the value we're going to give this is Michigan. We'll add the great state of Michigan first. Now this, of course, is behind the scenes. And now, of course, we need to add what will actually appear in the menu itself, the text. And in this case, we're just going to add Michigan again. Pretty simple. And then, of course, we need to just close out the tag, like always. And then let's go ahead and add a few more states. So we'll just copy and paste this whole thing right here. And let's go ahead and add Alabama. And we'll add one more, just to be a little bit thorough here. And we'll add the great state of Ohio. Don't want to leave them out. Okay, so we've got Michigan, Alabama, and Ohio. And if you want to add more options here, certainly feel free to do that. So let's go ahead and save this. And now let's go down to our jQuery code. And what we want to do is go ahead and specify our selector, which of course was files. We have that right here. Let's go ahead and put that in our jQuery code. So of course we need a hashtag, and then we go ahead and specify files. And the function that we call is select menu. And that should give us a nice select menu when we go ahead and refresh our page. And of course, we've got our nice select menu. And of course, I forgot to update this area right here. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and do that really quickly. Alabama, you probably noticed that I didn't. All right, let's save this. We'll refresh our page. And there we go. Now we've got our 3 states. Now, by default, this width, as you can see, is pretty short. So let's go ahead and we'll increase the width. And you can do that with the width property. So let's go ahead and add a width property. And you will remember we need squiggly brackets. And then we just specify the width property. And this is in pixels. So we'll make this 150 pixels. And just eyeballing this, I think that's about 50 or 75 something. But anyways, this will make our menu longer. So let's go ahead and save this. Let's refresh our page. And now look, Michigan appears nice and neat. So we've increased the width of our select menu. So that's one property that you can use, and it's probably one of the most widely used properties with the select menu function. And you know what? Let's go ahead and add a little margin around this so it's not bumped up right against the edges of our side menu. So let's go up to our form, and we'll add an ID in our form. And the reason you have to do this is you have to actually move the entire form itself. You don't want to just move the select menu. So we'll add an ID here that we can grab a hold of in our CSS style sheet, and we'll just give this a name of test. So let's switch over to our style sheet, and we'll go ahead and specify that down at the bottom of our style sheet. And let's go ahead and give this a margin of, let's say, 10 pixels. Does that sound about right? Margin of 10 pixels. Okay. So let's go ahead and save this. And there you can see, it looks much better. It's no longer bumping up against the edges of our sidebar. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video.